First Lady with a bouquet of what appears to be white roses. They'll be taking a moment to pay their respects.
Also, without the promise of any major legislative
change. Yeah, if we talk to him live, I'm guessing.
On your screen right now, the First Lady placing that bouquet of white roses at the memorial here in front of Robb Elementary School. We know they'll be here for a short period of time, and they'll be making their way over to the church services that will be taking place today at noon. See the president embracing a member of the community, a family member. Powerful sight, and as Max and Sarah mentioned earlier, this is unfortunately a situation, a scene that both the First Lady and the President are not unfamiliar with, having visited a number of schools involved with these mass shootings. At a distance, I just want to point out the tremendous amount of sound that's coming from the area where locals are gathered at this time. The reaction does not seem to be highly favorable as they are witnessing Governor Greg Abbott's arrival here at Robb Elementary. On your screen right now, at the distance, we do have the First Lady and the President speaking with a member of the community right now, and as well joining them is Governor Greg Abbott. We're learning that the woman that the First Lady and the President, Joe Biden, are meeting with is the superintendent for CSISD. With last, we're referring to the superintendent there on your screen right now.
This is something that Biden never happened in innocent lives, and today he also tells you without the promise of any major legislative change.
Folks, and I want to make mention again that this is a highly secured area, and it has been since the beginning. Again, a reminder that this is still an active investigation, the scene of an investigation right now, up until just moments ago, up until just moments before the president arrived, members of the community were allowed to place flowers and pay their respects here at Robb Elementary. Of course, they were halted just moments before the president's arrival. Secret Service ran the screening to ensure that the memorial in itself was safe for his arrival. Acknowledge this is a powerful moment, having the United States, the President of the United States here in Uvalde. Again, as we mentioned, a situation that unfortunately both him and the First Lady of the United States are not unfamiliar with. Right now they are taking the time, the opportunity to pay their respects and acknowledge the 21 lives that were lost. We're starting to see, too, behind cameras, families step out of their homes and witnessing the president visiting this memorial. Governor Greg Abbott also paying his respects. It's unsure of the length of time the president and the first lady, including Governor Greg Abbott, will be spending here at the memorial. We do know there's a service that they'll be attending at noon. They'll be leaving Robb Elementary and making their way over to the church here shortly.
Jonathan, this is Ursula in the studio. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
We're trying to figure out who the people were that were introduced to the president and first lady, as well as to Governor Greg Abbott, and we're being told that might have been not only the superintendent of the Consolidated Independent School District, but also the principal of Robb Elementary, the woman who was visibly upset while talking to both of them. That's who that appeared to be. Now the president taking
That's
a
right,
look
Ursula. Those are the two.
Go ahead, Jonathan.
That's right, Ursula. I can't confirm that. We just learned that those are the two individuals that both the president and the first lady, along with Governor Greg Abbott, were introduced to.
We're looking right now at President Biden and First Lady Dr. Jill Biden, looking at each individual picture of each child who was killed in this massacre on Tuesday. Each one, stopping at each individual picture, remarking on the child, moving on to the next one. I can't imagine the emotions they must be feeling while looking at these beautiful angelic faces as they go from one child to the next, and of course the teachers as well, who were lost that day.